Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness, the Thief Path. Well, we are deep within Castle Borgove. I've rested up to recover my stamina. It is just about to become sunset and it should now be early evening.
All you can hear. You hear?
Which means we should be able to make our way up to this door and overhear a very interesting conversation.
You hear voices beyond the upper door. Two people seem to be having an argument in the next room.
Anyway, listen at door.
You carefully open the door just a little so you can hear better and look through the crack.
And this is why we want to oil the door.
Everything is going according to plan. My plan. I am not interested in your petty revenge scheme.
You cannot trust him. He will attempt to destroy you the moment he realizes what you truly are.
No, he is already attracted to me. I want him to act from his own free will and not be some puppet whose string I hold. After all, if I only wanted a puppet, I could have used you.
There will come the day, Katrina, when I will be the Dark Master, and you will be only a memory.
You would love to destroy me, wouldn't you? You hated me from the moment we met, but you thought you could use me, didn't you? You were blinded by your own ego. I have always been your master, and you my mere apprentice.
I will have my revenge!
On whom? The hero or myself?
Both of you!
Oh, it is so easy to make you lose your temper. That is why you will never be the Dark Master. You let your overwhelming pride override your thinking.
So clearly we're not going to be sneaking out that way. But, yes, we're shocked. Shocked to learn that Katrina is the Dark Master and she's manipulating us. And that Adavis is her apprentice. Yeah, no, it's blatantly obvious even without all the clues leading up to it, But we do have one other thing we must do while we're here.
The door won't... You hear... You hear... You hear...
Alright, now there's only one door we haven't gone through at this point.
You can't... All you can hear... You don't see... It doesn't... You hear... You hear heavy breathing beyond the door. It reminds you of a hibernating bear.
And we've actually encountered one of those before. Peek through keyhole.
Through the keyhole, you can see what appears to be a child's bedroom. A large and dangerous-looking, ape-like creature sits near the door.
Well, no reason why we can't be cautious.
You carefully oil...
And now try and knock on the door.
You politely knock on the door. Fortunately, there's no response.
Alright, open it.
Who is it, Toby? It's not polite to slam the door in strangers' faces, is it, Toby? Then ask the stranger what he wants.
And we shall go ahead and say hello.
You say, hello.
Hello? Do you live in the castle now, too?
Talk about myself.
You tell about yourself.
I never met a real hero before. Why'd you come here?
You start to tell what you're doing here.
Toby, it's not polite to interrupt. How many times do I have to tell you that?
At least one more, apparently. Well, see if we can talk to Toby.
Toby says he's here to protect me and make sure no one will hurt me.
Ask about the child.
Toby says I'm supposed to stay in my room and not talk to strangers.
Ask about the castle.
Toby says that we live in the castle and you should go away. Toby, it's not nice to tell people to go away. You're supposed to ask them to go.
Okay, ask about vampires.
Toby says you ask too many questions and you need to go away now. Toby, you're being mean.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at...
She's a lovely little girl, although rather pale. Her glowing golden eyes really set off the highlights in her hair. She does appear to have a bit of an overbite problem. It's a big, nasty-looking hairy monster, and it's looking right back at you with a very hungry expression. The polka dot horse looks big enough for a child to ride. This is a Punch and Judy puppet theatre. This castle is open on one side, to let a child play with dolls inside it. This doll looks like it was made from some sort of ceramic material. This clown is pretty funny looking. Reminds you of a gnome you once knew.
Does look a bit like Keep On Laughing.
This looks like the large stuffed toy of some strange animal. You see a small castle surrounded by snow inside the This is... The candelabras illuminate this room at night.
Boy, they went all out on the description for this one.
This drapery frames the bed.
Well, you say bed, but,
That looks for all the world like an ornate coffin, sitting where a bed mattress should be.
ask about Toby.
Toby's my best friend. We play games and tell stories, and I never had a real friend before. Toby says I'm his best friend, too.
Ask about child.
My name is Tanya, and this is Toby. What's your name?
Saw that coming, right? Anyway, castle.
This is where I live now. I have this whole room to myself and Toby. Sometimes I get to go to the hall with Aunt Trina and play with Cuddles.
Aunt Trina, you say?
Aunt Trina says she will be my friend and take care of me. I like her. She gives me nice things. She sent Toby to me. She says I'll be her little girl forever and ever.
Cuddles.
Cuddles is Aunt Trina's pet hound. He's my friend, too.
Ask about the hall.
That's the place with the big fireplace and all the fancy statues. Sometimes I dance for Aunt Trina there. It's fun. Except when the Dark Man is there. I don't like him.
Oh, Liam Neeson is quite lovely and... Oh, not that Dark Man.
I don't like the Dark Man. I wish Aunt Trina never brought him here. Mean. I stick out my tongue at him all the time. Toby doesn't like the Dark Man either. Toby says the Dark Man can't be trusted. You should stay away from him.
Yeah, not a problem. Anyway, dance.
Aunt Trina says I dance very well. I like to dance, especially up in the air. That's really fun.
Up in the air?
Sometimes Aunt Trina and I dance all over the room. We dance on top of the statues and everything. It's like flying around and around.
Alright, let's go ahead and ask about vampires.
That's a scary thing. That's how come we always used to have garlic all around at the inn. A long time ago, I used to live at the inn. But now I get to live here. I don't have to be afraid of the bad things all the time. Now I have Toby to protect me.
And garlic.
Mommy and I used to braid the garlic and put it up all over the place to keep out the bad things. I don't like the smell of garlic. I had to wear garlic around my neck all the time. Now I have a pretty necklace instead. See? Isn't it pretty?
The necklace is on a choker chain, completely covering the little girl's throat.
Well, go ahead and ask about parents.
My Mommy and Daddy don't like me anymore. I did something bad and now they don't want to see me ever again. Sometimes I miss my Mommy and Daddy. I know, Toby, you and Aunt Trina take good care of me. I wouldn't want to leave you ever. But I still miss my Mommy.
Ask about bad girl.
Toby used to visit me at the inn. My Mommy and Daddy would not like it if they saw Toby. They wouldn't let me play with him, so I didn't tell them about him. One day, Toby brought me a beautiful doll. I never had a real doll before. I named her Vanna. But when my Mommy saw Vanna, she got real mad. She tried to make me tell about Toby. My Mommy and Daddy yelled at me. They scared me. They took Vanna away, and they wouldn't let me see her ever again. I didn't want them to do that to Toby, so I ran away with him. Aunt Trina says my Mommy and Daddy won't like me now. She says they will be scared of me like they were scared of Vanna. I don't want my Mommy and Daddy scared of me. I will never go back again. I know, Toby. You should go now. I don't want to talk about bad things.
Yeah, this is just heartbreaking, isn't it? Thankfully, we do have something that can open the way.
You tell her about the innkeepers.
I miss my Mommy and my Daddy. But I can never go home. Not now. Toby says this is my home now.
Well, we do have something that will help clear the air.
What is that? Toby, let him in. Toby, he has our dolly. for bringing her to me. I thought she was lost. Where did you find her?
Well, tell her about her mommy, tell her about the inn. Let's go and talk about the inn first.
You tell her about the inn and how sad it is without her.
If I went back to the inn, I'd never be afraid of the dark again. Toby says that everyone would be afraid of me now. I don't want them to be afraid of me.
Well, tell her about her mommy.
You tell Tanya how her mummy misses her.
I miss my mommy too. Sometimes I want to cry, but I can't anymore. I just feel sad.
And we can tell about Arana's staff.
You tell about Irana's staff and how it can make Tanya back into a real little girl again.
I like the staff. It always made such pretty flowers in town. You say it will make me all better and I won't be a bad thing anymore?
You nod your head.
Oh, Toby, I can see my mommy and daddy again. Toby asks, what else will the staff do?
You try to explain about sacrifice.
Toby says he understands. He says you should take us to the staff now, so I can be with my mommy and daddy again. Oh, it feels weird here. Kinda happy. Icky. I'm scared. I know you'll protect me, Toby, but who will protect you? Okay, Toby. I'll protect you.
A weird voice sounds in your mind.
Death and life are now before me. That for which I am destined awaits me. The sacrifice of life for love. Your love for the child is great.
You see Toby silently nod his head.
Will you trade your life to give life to the child? Will you die willingly for the one you love?
No, Toby, no!
So shall the sacrifice be done. So is the sacrifice complete. I am again the staff of Irana.
I'm so sorry, Toby. I didn't protect you too good, did I? I love you too, Toby.
You take the sobbing child in your arms and carry her to the inn. You awaken her parents and are overwhelmed by their gratitude and joy. It is long before you manage to escape to the peace of your own room for what is left of the night. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Alright, so we now have the Staff of Arana, and after all that, stealth's at 293, communicates at 344. Our score is at 312. And it is day 18. Only been here 2.5 weeks. And we now have the Staff of Arana in our inventory. You have the legendary Staff of the Archmage Arana. It also makes a very nice walking stick.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
Go ahead and sneak on down.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic.
I don't know how we can ever thank you enough. It's such a joy to have my little Tanya home again.
We will go ahead and tell about the vampires.
Remind the innkeeper that the vampires are still in the castle, and there may be other attempts at getting Tanya.
We understand, and we will make certain no vampire can come near her again.
Alright. We can talk about Toby's sacrifice.
You tell again how Toby sacrificed himself for Tanya.
He may have looked like a monster, but he obviously had a heart and mind of great kindness.
And we could make Thieves' Sign, but we won't.
You hear a chorus of response.
Well, actually, we're not saying goodbye just yet, because we can still talk to Tanya.
I'm happy to be home again. Everyone in town has come to see me and talk to me, and it's fun to be important. I like it.
Ask about Toby.
Toby was my best friend in all the world. And I miss him. I wish he could come and live with us here.
Ask about Katrina again.
I like Trina. She was kind to me and gave me lots of nice things. She even taught me to read and write. But I'll never go back to her. I want to stay with my mommy and daddy.
And ask about Ad Avis.
I didn't like him. He didn't like me. He didn't like Katrina either. They were always having fights. But he had to do what she told him to do, and that made him very mad.
My Tanya is her cheerful, loving self again. I could never thank you enough for the kindness you have shown us all.
Ask about Bella.
I knew Tanya was alive somewhere.
Well,
I never lost hope that she would return.
for a given value of alive, I
Bella,
suppose.
you heard his story. Tanya was dead, an undead, a Nosferatu.
She is fine right now, isn't she? As long as she's alive and well, what does it matter?
And ask about vampires.
I don't understand with all this talk about vampires and Tanya. She has returned healthy and happy, and this is what's important. Of course, I will never forgive the woman who stole my baby from me. Still, I think I can understand her a little bit. I, too, have always wanted a child such as Tanya. I am only overjoyed to have my Tanya back.
Ask Yuri a few things.
Oh, she is her joyful self again. The sound of a child's voice is the sweetest of music. We will do our best to show our love and never, never let her be afraid of the dark again.
Ask about Innkeeper.
I have always found it difficult to express emotion. Mordavian men are not supposed to show such things. Yet I cried freely when you brought Tanya back to us. I cannot remember ever being so happy.
And vampires.
I do not know what to make of Tanya's stories about vampires. It is hard to imagine my lovely daughter as an undead. Gladly, though, I would go to the castle and drive a stake through the heart of the one who stole our daughter from us.
For all that bold talk, though, they won't do anything. It will fall to us to be the one to do something, because, you know, hero and all that.
You hear a chorus of responses, some coming from the kitchen. Goodbye, and thank you.
Which is kind of creepy, given that there's nobody else here but them, and they're all out here, but...
You have brought real joy to Mordavia by bringing Tanya back.
When she was stolen, it was as if all the laughter here had been taken as well. You gave us back our happiness.
Such as it is.
Good day again. Good.
And nothing new here.
Hey.
Pardon me.
Good day.
And I think we will get a comment from Bella as well.
The talk is that you're a real hero. People say you returned little Tanya to her parents. My.
And yeah, that is the sum total of everything. Oh, and off camera, she did make a comment about us burning down the monastery. Just, somebody burned down the monastery. I heard you were seen going into it.
There's my...
And I don't think Dr. Cranium will have anything to say about recent events.
It is not often that one of your talent and potential comes into Mordavia. Unfortunately, I have already awarded the laboratory assistant position to Frankie.
Yeah, we do get a little bit of comment, though, but...
You say...
Well...
You tell Doc...
Huh? Uriel?
You say...
Be careful. I have been thinking a bit about that castle on the mountain lately.
And we got that line there again. Well, actually...
Good.
I'm going to sneak back to the chief thief. Because it just occurred to me there's one thing I did not give him yet, which he might want to see. Plus, we can tell him about the castle. And we don't actually get talking about the castle as an option.
Oh!
I thought we did. But he might have some comments about the bird.
So you managed to get the blackbird from the monastery. Very nicely done. Such a shame that it's a fake. Still, it could be useful. Very useful. However, you never know just what it can be used for.
Yeah, unfortunately we will not have a use for this until the next game, but the fact that we can actually get it in this game saves us from having to do a different quest in Quest for Glory 5. But we really have nothing else to do except train until sunset, at which point we get to hear the rest of the townsfolk cheer us. But I think we'll go ahead and do that next time. See you then, and thank you for watching.